Hey guys, it is me, Jacqueline. For today's video, I have my series Summer 2017 TBR pile. So if you don't know what series Summer is, this is actually something that I created last year for the summer. I wanted to read as many series as I possibly could before I went off to college in the fall, and I did get to read a handful of really awesome series, but probably the highlight of the summer for me was seeing how much you guys loved series Summer. There were so many comments on that video. You guys did your own TBR videos and tweets and Instagram posts, all using the hashtag series summer. It was amazing, and since I loved it so much last year, I wanted to definitely bring it back this year. Since series summer is relatively new, I did get a ton of feedback from you guys, which I really appreciated, and I heard and saw a lot of people wanted almost a checklist from series summer, so that if you did participate, you could sort of fill out your TBR based on the checklist. I did end up making a checklist, which I will talk about when I get on to my actual TBR, but I want to just say, if you don't want to do the checklist, or you only have like 2 series you want to read, don't feel like you're going to be a failure in any way, shape, or form for only reading like 2 series. If you want to read 2 series or read 100 series, do you. You are the person in charge of this summer. Just have fun with reading in general. Never feel like you are forced to do something. That's why I started this. I just wanted to have a lot of fun, and I wanted to sort of get myself out there and make myself aware of the series I had on my shelf, and I loved it, and I hope you guys love it as well. Also, if you do end up participating in series summer, please let me know and keep me updated throughout this summer by using the hashtag series summer. But anyway, let's get on to my own TBR. So the first thing I have on my little checklist is to read a popular series that I have never read before, and for that I have the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. I know it is blasphemy, the fact that I have never read this series, but I didn't really grow up reading this series. I more actually grew up watching the movies, and I know that's even worse, but this summer I will be getting to this series, and if I don't, there is something wrong with me. Moving along to the second thing I have on my list, that is to read a underrated or unpopular series, and for this I have the Charlie Davidson series by Darren D. Jones. I picked this up randomly on Book Outlet. I have the 1st, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th book, yet have never read this series. I've also haven't really heard anything about this series besides reading really positive reviews on Goodreads. I've heard nobody on BookTube talk about this series. I think this is a Grim Reaper series. It's apparently more new adult, extremely funny, has a great cast of characters. You guys know characters are everything to me, and I love humor in books, so I need to get onto this series. The only one I am missing is the 2nd book. The 3rd one I have on my list is a little bit more intricate in a sense, because it is to read a series that you have had on your TBR shelf for over a year, and this includes a physical shelf, an electronic shelf, and even like a Goodreads to-be shelf. So I have a series for each individual one that I just listed. The first one I have for physical shelf is the Vampire Academy series by Rochelle Mead. I have read the 1st book, which is Vampire Academy, but I have yet to read the others, even though I do own the completed series, so I definitely need to get on to these. For the electronic shelf, I have the Raven Cycle by Maggie Stiefvater. Although I do own the 1st book in physical copy, I have all the other ones in e-book format because I got like deals on them, and I was like, why not? I know I'm going to read it eventually. But the first one I bought I've had over a year, so I need to get onto these books ASAP because I have heard amazing things about this series. It's been completed for I think about a year, so I am feeling a little bit left out. And then the series I chose for the Goodreads to be read shelf was the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series by Rick Riordan. I have had the entire series on my physical shelf for over 2 years, but I've had this 1st book, The Lightning Thief, on my Goodreads to be read shelf for over 4 years. I've had this on my to be read shelf like ever since I first made my Goodreads account, so I gotta read this series. Like, I've had this on my radar for years. The next thing I have on my checklist is to read a series in which the final book just came out or is coming out in the summer of 2017, and for that I decided to choose To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han, this trilogy, just because the final book did just come out. This is a trilogy. I have read only the first book. I do own the second one. All I need is to pick up the third, and I can definitely marathon this trilogy. I really loved the first one, so I can't wait to see what the other two sort of involve. The next thing I have is to reread a series, and for that I am choosing the Luck series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is one of my all-time favorite series. It is just so much fun and entertaining. I love this cast of characters. I haven't read this series in so long, so I gotta reread it sometime soon. The next thing I have on my list is to read a duology, and I'm going to be reading the Six of Crows duology by Leigh Bardugo. This includes Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. I've also had this on my TBR for a while, and I cannot wait to see what all the hype is about. The final one I have on my list is to finish a series that you yourself did pick up, did start, but never did complete, and for that I have the Shifter series by Rachel Vincent. This is actually a series that I read last year for Series Summer. I loved it, but I ended up not finishing it because I got entirely too busy, and then I had to read some other books, and I did have to put this aside, but I definitely want to finish it up this summer and get a review out for you guys. That was my Series Summer 2017 TBR. Please let me know what you thought of it down below in the comment section, or if you yourself are participating in Series Summer, please use the hashtag Series Summer, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!